Hello and welcome to another week of Draw Something. I took the last week off to work on Mother's Day cards, but I'm back this week. And this week's theme is, let me pull it up here on screen, On the Farm. Gonna get our hands dirty, gonna look at some livestock, draw some livestock, and just various other farm-related things. So let me go ahead and move over to the multi-view here. Katrina Charles, thank you so much for following and thanks for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, so got a couple prompts to start off with here. Let me see what I got. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to start with. Gonna start off with a hen that's just laid 3 eggs that are now hatching. But there's a big catch that I'll get to in a minute. So I'm just tracing this out right now. So here's the mother hen. I'm drawing 2 chicks, because 2 of the eggs hatch to reveal chicks. The third one's not going to be a chick. It's going to be something a little different. Ah, Islands Vibing Presents, great to see you, and yes, very appropriate music. How are you doing tonight, vibing? Just working on drawing a hen and her chicks here, but there is more coming. I'm just kind of, it's a slow burn. So I'm just kind of tracing everything out, laying the groundwork. So you can see that I've just drawn the hen with a shocked expression, so... she laid 3 eggs, but two of them, you know, opened up and out came chicks. Third one has a yolk. The third one was kind of a dud. Something went wrong in the process of it being fertilized, and it just came out as a yolk. So that's an interesting scenario. Not something you're usually accustomed to as a hen. So let me go ahead and trace this over here. Island Vibing, thanks so much for the 143 bits. And are you heading to bed? Thank you so much for being here, Island. Have a great night. Alright, so the way that I've started this out, it kind of seems like it's just sort of a dark, sick joke. Like, oh no, the chick ended up being just an egg yolk. Or a raw egg. But there is more coming. There is another part to this story that I'm going to draw. Not just going to leave it at this. There's going to be more. Island, it would be very odd. Yep, see you tomorrow, Island. I'll probably pop in on your stream. Thanks so much for stopping in. HR Johnson, great to see you. And yeah, I took the last week off, so it does feel like it's been a while. All right, so HR, what I'm currently working on here is a hen whose eggs have just hatched, and she had 3 of them that she laid, and 2 of them have hatched into chicks. This third one hatched into a raw egg. So it's a yolk and white just kind of dripping out of the egg shell. It's kind of a unsettling image, but like I said a minute ago, I am gonna, you know, take it in a different direction. Yes, HR, we're on the farm. And it doesn't even have to take place directly on the farm, it just has to have something farm-related in it, so... It's not limited to just being on the farm. I try to keep the themes on my show generally broad, so that there's plenty of possibilities. Hey, Brad. Thanks for stopping in. San Diego, what are you doing down there? Oh my gosh, Irene Pena Music, thanks so much for the raid. It's a good size raid, 14 people. Welcome, raiders. Please refresh so I can, the algorithm knows you're here. Thanks so much for stopping in. Right now I'm working on my first drawing. It's a little slow going. I gotta trace it out and then sketch it over, but right now what I've drawn is a mother hen who's just laid 3 eggs, and 2 of them hatched to reveal chicks. The third one is a raw egg that's a yolk and a white, so it's a little strange. But I'm working on the next part of this story, which takes an unexpected turn. Irene, it looks like I think she's just looking in one direction at the moment. For those who weren't in Irene Pena's stream earlier, we were talking about writing a song about Irene proposed a song about looking both ways, like the title would be "Looking Both Ways." So that's what she's referring to there. Let me catch up with the chat here. Reading a book about math errors. Interesting. I didn't know there was such a thing. Is it like an well, of course it's an is it like a textbook? Is it like a teaching guide or something? H.R. Johnson, yeah, I was gonna say it is a very clever name. Alright, so the two chicks are kind of just processing what they have and what they're seeing in front of them. But now here's where things take a turn. Oh, hold on a second. So these chicks are actually going to actually treat this their new brother like one of their own. It doesn't matter that he's a yolk or that he's just an egg, white and yolk. He's part of the family. They're gonna just treat him like another one of the another sibling. Irene, thanks for the 100 bits. So I'm gonna, they put the egg yolk in a little cup so that he can, see he and his white can, stay in there. But yeah, I'm drawing them all dancing here, so, got one chick over here dancing, and I got the egg here, doing dance moves himself. So just kind of a wholesome drawing to start things off. Like, even if he's not what, they expected, they still make the most of their situation. So let me draw some music notes here. I am open to drawing suggestions or requests. Just let me know in the chat. The theme is just anything farm-related. Farm animals. Farm supplies. Just something that has to do with the farm. Irene, okay. What do you have to ask me? Irene, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'll just say no. Sorry. I will, however, give a shout out to Irene because she is an awesome streamer here on Twitch that I've formed a legitimate friendship with over the last year or so. So I'll go ahead and put a shout out there for those not already following Irene. Definitely go give her a follow. She's a great singer-songwriter here on Twitch. Brad, okay, so Brad, what this is this mother hen lays 3 eggs, and 2 of them hatch to reveal chicks, but the 3rd one just ends up being a raw egg. Something went wrong with the fertilization process or something. So the 2 chicks kind of see their new brother, and are just kind of like, But then we cut to later where they're dancing with their brother and just doing other fun things with their brother. So it's just kind of like, it doesn't matter if he doesn't look like them, they accept him for who he is. It's like taking something that's just kind of a, you know, dark joke and turning it into something wholesome. That's the idea, anyway. Hopefully that's how it's coming across. Alright, let me see. Alright, now I'm gonna have them playing board games. Steven's Corner! Welcome, and sure, let me add that to my list. Thanks for the suggestion. Alright, Steven, I added that to my list. I'll get to it after this drawing. So I'm drawing them playing a board game, and the Yolk wins, so they're cheering him on for his victory. and then finally, one more shot here of the, having him celebrating his birthday, so he's blowing out his candles. Hey, David Slay 007, great to see you. How are you doing tonight, David? Actually, I just saw you over on Irene's channel. Smack Talk 94, thanks so much for the follow and welcome. How are you doing tonight? So there we go. What started out as a kind of a dark joke turns into a wholesome tale of brotherhood. They go out dancing, they play board games together, they celebrate his birthday together. Fergal, welcome to the show. I think I'm pretty much done with this, just about. So yeah, there we go. That's the... starts out as a kind of dark comedy, but then it turns into a wholesome ode to brotherhood. So let me go ahead and wrap this up here. I'll date it and initial it. Let's see, 5/11/22. Alright, dated it, initialed it. Let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Let me make sure the logo's not covering anything. Alright, there we go. One drawing down. Let me go ahead and pull out another paper. I think I'm going to go ahead and tackle Steven's Corner's request. You wanted me to draw a bale of something other than hay, like kale or another crop. Alright. So just like a big old hunk of kale. Or a big old hunk of tomatoes or something. I don't know. It could be anything, really. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, Irene, if you're still here, this one's for you. This is going to be for you and Steven. So a couple of weeks ago, Irene and I collaborated on a song that I decided to call Fried Potato Cheeks. And basically it was like a romance song about how, you know, we first met at the restaurant called Fried Potato Cheeks. South Herbs action. HR, yeah, I can totally do a scarecrow. Let me add that to my list. Thank you. No problem, HR. I got what you meant. So after we collaborated on that song, I actually did a drawing inspired by fried potato cheeks that had a potato using a basically a hand dryer to fry her cheeks. It's the new fashion trend. Basically, instead of putting on blush, she just has to fry her cheeks and give them that nice glow. So now I'm gonna just add this latest installment to the fried potato cheeks saga, where we have fried cheeks potato, potatoes with fried cheeks sold by the bale. So right now I'm just kind of drawing the whole bale, the big old clump of potatoes. Fried cheek potatoes. Hold on. I'm gonna redraw that really quick. Alright, fried cheek potatoes. Whole big bale of fried cheek potatoes. I mean, the cheeks are honestly the most flavorful part of the potato, so when you fry the cheeks, they're extra good. I mean, everything's better when it's fried. That's just a given. David Slade, I literally just use a pencil and paper. But I do colorize my drawings using a program called GIMP. I'll be doing that on Saturday. Once I get all these drawings made and I end my drawing stream, I'll go ahead and scan them all in, and I'll just color them digitally on Saturday. And then I'll eventually post them to my social media accounts. I got them both there on screen. Both go by the name Tollbooth Publishers on Facebook and Instagram. So I got the bale. Now I gotta flush out the drawing a little more because it's looking a little empty here. There's a lot of extra space here that I could probably fill in. HR, yeah, I think I'll see you Saturday. Enjoy your stream. Or, are you streaming tonight, HR? So here's what I'm gonna go ahead and flesh out this drawing just a little bit more. Since Steven's Corner was the one who requested this drawing, I'm gonna have this basically being a direct in-person delivery to Steven's Corner. Oh, David Slade, that's crazy. Yeah, I guess I can believe that. They can't last a very long time. Though, frankly, I prefer the mechanical type of pencil that I don't have to constantly sharpen. I'm impatient like that. So there we go. I'm making the Steven's Corner sign. Oh, no problem, Steven. Thanks so much for being here and making a request. Always appreciate that. Alright, let me see something here. So, I can't specifically remember how Steven looks in real life from memory. I think I have a rough idea. Let me go check something really quick. I want to try and get a reasonably accurate depiction. Second. Alright, cool. Alright, so in this scenario, Steven's Corner, I'm just, for the purpose of this drawing, I'm drawing it as a grocery store. drawing me controlling this big old crane, which I'm still in the middle of drawing. It's gonna be a crane. Got the big claw here. Oh, I guess I didn't really give myself enough room to fit an arm for the claw in here. I'll just make do with what I got. Alright, there we go. I think that'll about do it. Yeah, I think I feel good about this. Let me just add in a little sound effect just to sweeten the deal. Alright, there we go. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, I think I'm good with this. Stevens Corner. Twitch. 51122. My initials. And I'll go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Alright. Thank you for that request, Steven. H.R. Johnson made a request, but since she left, I don't want to do it without her watching, so probably just hold off on that. But as I've said before, this is by request, so if you have a suggestion you want to throw out there, by all means. Now, though, I'm going to go ahead and draw this next idea I had. Alright, so a little anecdote to go along with this. My parents have on and off owned chickens over the years, and remember several years ago we ended up getting a rooster. They ended up getting a rooster as part of their batch of chickens. And I got to experience what it's like to hear a rooster crow at 5 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't a big fan. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, what the heck is that? It was so loud. But yeah, that kind of, ties into this one, because what I'm drawing here is the farm's rooster that normally sounds the morning call and wakes everyone up. He's fallen under the weather. He sadly isn't able to perform his duty this particular morning, so he's going to have someone else do the morning call for him. I'll expand more on that in a minute. Just making sure it's on the camera. I have a recurring habit of letting the what I'm drawing go off the camera view, and I don't want that. It does help that it's a little more zoomed out now. It used to be a lot more close up, and it was a lot easier for the camera to miss what I was drawing. But yeah, so the rooster is sick in bed. Just draw the rest of the bed here, draw the feet. Thanks for filling in for me. Alright, now I'm going to try and draw a goat, which I'm not sure if I've ever actually drawn a goat. So this should be interesting. It's going to be a very cartoony goat, not a super lifelike realistic one. Alright, so this is kind of going along slowly. I'll go ahead and explain more of what's happening here. So the goat is going to basically, get up on the big perch where the rooster usually crows from. And he's going to pop off his horns, because in this universe they can do that. And he'll basically, goats, I kind of explained this to someone earlier when they, already pointed out that goats can, baa really, really loud. So I almost wouldn't really need something, it wouldn't need a megaphone or something like that to, amplify it, but nonetheless, he is gonna, take both of his horns and kind of yell into them. And just, that'll be the morning call. It may be even more loud and obnoxious than the rooster. But still, the gesture is appreciated. Goat's just like a giraffe with a shorter neck. Yeah, Fergal, you're kind of right on that. They both have the little horns on their head. Yeah. Alright, so let me go ahead and just kind of draw him sitting on the, or standing atop this perch. About to, belt it out to the entire farm. Sorry, my tongue was not cooperating with my, my brain. Oh, Fergal, I hadn't heard of the goat simulator. That's funny. I like that. Alright, so I'm gonna draw just a couple of landmarks here for the farm. Gonna draw the barn. Draw a big silo next to it. Draw the sun just barely peeking over the mountains in the background. And I think that kind of gives the general idea. He's looking out at the farm. Alright, now he's gonna take action. After I figure out where to position him. So Fergal, is the goat simulator just like is like you get to be a goat, or is it that you get to raise goats? I'm curious who you're controlling. Are you controlling the goat owner or the goat herder? Or are you actually controlling the goat itself? So I feel like either way could, you know, potentially work. You get to be a goat. My life's dream finally realized. Oh, you know what? I also need to give him a little goatee. A goatee. I think that seems appropriate, given that he's a goat. Virgo, I think I might have to check that out. That sounds fun. Drawing some birds flying off as they're startled by the sound. Seems like oftentimes in movies that I've seen movies where where a loud sound happens and all the birds in the area go flying off. So I'm kind of trying to replicate that here. And I think that'll probably do it. So yeah, the goat basically takes over as the rooster on the farm for one morning. Alright, 5/11/22. Put my initials. And let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Alright. There we go. Once again, requests are open. Got a couple more prompts of my own, but I could definitely, you know, use some suggestions for what to draw. And I should probably take this moment to plug my upcoming gaming stream. I'm going to be... I started a gaming stream a few weeks ago. I played a couple games so far, and this Friday I'm going to be playing Kirby's Adventure for the NES. This Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Should be a good time. I don't know if I'll play through the whole thing, but I'll try to, you know, get through as much of it as I can. If I don't get all the way through it, I'll, you know, do a second gaming stream and finish it up then. Fergal, I could totally do chickens in space. Oh, Fergal, I didn't see your hydrate. Thank you. Let me go ahead and take care of that. Alright. So let me add this in here. Chickens in space for Fergal. Alright. Let me go ahead and start this then. So I'm starting off by drawing a chicken in an egg-shaped spaceship. To me, I actually don't think it makes for the most interesting design, but it's just what I had off the top of my head. Might come up with some additions down the line. I kind of do a pseudo Starfleet emblem there on his shirt. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I have a better idea for a spaceship design. How about a jumbo-sized chicken basket? KFC style. Put a little protective dome over his cockpit. And also put some rocket jets here in the back that are also shaped like jumbo chicken baskets. Fergal, I'm gonna just have to be straight with you. When you wrote chickens in space, it was the thing that immediately came to mind was, you know, from the Muppet Show, pigs in space. I mean, I know that's pigs and not chickens, but that's just usually when, you know, any sentence that's, you know, blank in space and it's an animal, I just immediately go to pigs in space. Just can't help it. Well, Virgil, I thought maybe you were just like chickens in space. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a parody of the Muppet Show, it's just... that's just what came to my mind immediately. I wasn't sure if we were on the same page or not, but glad to know maybe we were. Alright, so I'll go ahead and draw some scientific-y doodads. His control panel here inside the ship. Go ahead and even add a cup holder here. With a bendy straw. With a cup, with a bendy straw. Wouldn't make sense to have a cup holder with just the bendy straw. It's got to have the cup with the bendy straw in it. Okay, Virgo, I'm glad it's not just me. So they're actually, now they're firing egg missiles out of their spaceships, and now I'm, just for a completely random left turn, I'm thinking of Birdo from Mario 2. Just firing one egg after another, pew, 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 until she pulls a fast one and starts firing fireballs. I almost feel like I have to include Birdo in this drawing now that I thought of that. In fact, here's a crazy theory. Maybe have Birdo be the enemy pilot that the chicken is firing at. Like, he's... like, you're not a real chicken. No? Okay, maybe not. But what would a chicken's worst enemy be? Like, if there was an enemy race against the chickens, what would that be? What are chickens' worst enemies? Actually, I don't even have to go that far. I could just do... Maybe do a cow. I could have an evil cow. That would make sense. Or maybe the chickens are evil and the cows are good. Who knows? There's plenty of different directions to take this. Don't mind me just figuring out where I'm going with this. Drawing the cow. What will a spaceship look like? I mean, I guess you know what? I'll make it look like a steak. I think a steak is a good way to go. Like I'll go ahead and have the make this a little wider so doesn't clip off the ear. But, you know, kind of like how those, how kind of that cartoon steak design has, like, a little circle in the center, and then, like, how kind of this whoop gets, you know, bigger at the top and shorter at the bottom, and then in that big spot, big part of it, there's a circle. That's going to be the window that the cow is, peeking out of. So... obviously, it's going to be a much bigger spaceship than what the chicken is driving, but I'm going to actually draw some other chicken spaceships just to flesh things out a bit more. I think I got my footing here. Just kind of having, just sort of needing to kind of, you know, simmer those ideas in the pot for a little bit until they started to really come out. And what I'm thinking here with the chickens and cows being enemies is, of all things, that Chick-fil-A marketing campaign where it has the cow saying "Eat more chicken," you know, chicken spelled C-H-I-K-I-N. That's always cracked me up, so I just kind of thought of that as far as like, oh, what would a chicken's enemy be? Oh, well, maybe cows. Colonel Darth Sanders himself. Yeah, I think he's the one leading the fight. No, which side he's on, I don't know. Is he with the chickens or against the chickens? I guess I'll leave that up to interpretation. Okay, so let me go ahead and draw the rest of this rather large spaceship. Of course, all this, there's cannons lined around the entire perimeter of the stake ship. The USS Staker Prize. And the chickens are firing eggs, and they're, of course, splattering. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So what are the cows gonna be firing? Oh, milk. Cartons of milk. What else would it be? But of course, they're not just ordinary cartons of milk. They're like cartons of milk that have been laced with nitroglycerin. So as soon as they come in contact with something, boom, big old milk explosion. Better not be lactose intolerant, or else you're in big trouble. Now, even if you're not lactose intolerant, the force of the explosion might still do a lot of damage. So you're kind of in trouble either way. You're just going to be in more trouble if you're lactose intolerant. So I said I was going to draw some more chicken chips. Let me draw some more chicken chips. Hello? Elise Jang! Hey, and thank you for the resubscription. How are you doing? And yes, it has been a while. I took last week off for Mother's Day. So I didn't stream at all last week. Nothing. Not drawing, not coloring, not even gaming. Was working on Mother's Day cards. But I'm back on this week, and I am doing a gaming stream. Gonna be doing a Kirby's Adventure for the NES this Friday. My mic is buzzing a bit. Oh. At least I felt like they turned out really good. Are you on Instagram or Facebook? Because I have my social media profile where I posted both of them. Well, I was really happy with how they turned out. Everyone, if you hear my mic buzzing, let me know. I did, test the mic. I did plug in the mic earlier tonight, and I noticed that it felt like the audio level was a little higher than usual in OBS, so I was a little nervous that maybe my mic was starting to act kind of funky. So just let me know if the audio is distorted at all. But yeah, at least, so tonight's theme is on the farm. Fergal, you're not supposed to tell people that. That's a highly guarded secret. So tonight's theme is on the farm, so anything farm related is fair game. Right now for Fergal F. Ferguson, I'm drawing chickens in space, which just kind of started out as me drawing a chicken in a spaceship, and then the spaceship became a giant jumbo chicken bucket, and then he's firing eggs at a cow in a massive space or steak-shaped ship. Steak-shaped ship. That's hard to say fast. And because the steak ship is so big, I gotta even out the playing field with a bunch of more chickens and ships. Thank you, Elise. I try to do out of the box as much as I can. So Elise, did you have a good Mother's Day? Oh, okay. May 8th was Mother's Day here in America. Alright, so, did your grandfather? Good to hear. Should probably draw at least one more chicken spaceship. Because that's a big steak. That is a big old steak. Three chicken spaceships just isn't gonna cut it. It's gotta have a bigger fleet. I'm gonna go and also add some stars here. This isn't space after all. Not just an empty white void of nothing. This is in fact outer space. So let me add some stars. And, let's go ahead and add a couple extra levers and buttons and stuff to the, cow's control panels. I'm assuming he can't be the only cow in that ship. There's gotta be others manning all the cannons. He's the figurehead. He's the face of the fleet. Alright. I think I feel good about this. I'm ready to call this done. Fergal F. Ferguson. Twitch. 51122 initials, and let me bring up the close-up view. So there we go, a fleet of space chickens fighting a fleet of evil space cows. Or again, maybe the cows are evil or cows are good and the chickens are evil. It's kind of a gray area. It's not really, you don't really get a clear image of who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. Fergal, I'm glad you approve. Alright, so Elise, if you have a farm-themed idea you'd like to see me draw, just drop it in the chat. If you don't, that's fine. Alright, speaking of cows, here's another prompt that I had come up with before the show. So, I came across, when I was doing research this morning, I came across, you know, the long-standing theory that there's actually 7% of people who, in the world who think that brown cows produce chocolate milk. So that got me thinking about, okay, so if, you know, a special kind of cow produces chocolate milk, there's probably like a special kind of cow that produces, you know, strawberry milk, or coconut milk, or almond milk. So I thought maybe it'd be fun to draw some different kinds of cows that generate, or produce different kinds of milk. Different cow types. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the chocolate cow. And I was kind of struggling at first to figure out how I would depict a chocolate cow without the color. Like, it seems like it would be a lot more obvious if I just made it, like, all brown. But since I'm not going to do the coloring until later, I wanted it to be, somehow be a little more, wanted to make it clear that it was chocolate and not just a regular cow. That'll look more chocolatey when I color it. So what I ultimately came up with is a solution to that dilemma is I'm going to draw kind of a half-open wrapper on him, like he's like a Easter bunny, except a cow. Easter cow. Fergal, yeah, you make a good point. Chocolate milk sounds pretty good right now. I do have a nice big bag of Cadbury mini eggs that I just got from my mom as a late Easter gift. She actually bought them for me in time for Easter. There were inconveniences that kept popping up, so she wasn't able to get them to me until a couple days ago, but now I have a whole bag of mini eggs to enjoy. And I love mini eggs, so I'm happy. But yeah, chocolate milk is yeah, I could go for some chocolate milk right now. Alright, so there we go. I'm drawing the, he's got the wrapper on. So when I color this in, this is all going to be brown. This side's going to just be white with black spots, or black and brown spots. It's going to just look more like a normal cow, color-wise. But you peel off the wrapper, and he's just different shades of brown. Alright, so there we go. We got our first exotic cow type, chocolate cow. Alright, got a couple more, of course. This is just the beginning. I'm going to draw a strawberry cow now, which of course would produce strawberry milk. Which, I can't even think of the last time I had strawberry milk anywhere. I think I still see it, like, at the store, but I don't ever get it or drink it. But yeah, I got the, you know, that kind of, you know, stem on the top of the strawberry where it's just kind of those, you know, leaves just kind of like this on top of his head. Then I'm going to draw, you know, those little seeds all over him. I mean, it's a strawberry cow. So it's a cow as a strawberry, or a strawberry as a cow. However you want to put it. So we draw lots and lots of little tiny seeds. Including all over his face. Alright, there we go. So we got a chocolate cow now and a strawberry cow. So next I'm going to go ahead and draw a coconut cow. Which, like normal coconuts, does grow on a palm tree. However, they grow a lot bigger than coconuts, which may prove to be a difficulty for the palm tree. Draw some of that coconut fuzz on him. Alright, so I got chocolate cow, strawberry cow, coconut cow. Let's go ahead and throw almond cow into the mix. Alright, there we go. Got almond cow. Gonna add one more cow to the mix and then I'll call it good. here. Alright, so I'm gonna do a soy cow to wrap things up here. Alright, so he's gonna have a soybean for a head, and then his body's gonna be like a soybean pod. So I'll go ahead and I'll be coloring this green when I color it in. Admittedly, it almost looks more like a dragon or a cat than a cow. That's just kind of the nature of soy cow. He's, you know, not quite a cow, but not quite a soybean. He's caught between two different worlds. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. And similar to Coconut Cow, he has some fuzz. And yeah, I think that'll do. Alright, so there we go. We got 5 new kinds of cows. Chocolate cow, strawberry cow, coconut cow, almond cow, and soy cow. Let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Oh, yeah. Also, date and add my initials. There we go. Alright, so I got one more prompt set for myself to do, so I think that is a lot of cow fergle. Not sure how the meat would taste. Well, I assume it would taste like, you know, typical meat flavor plus strawberry, which, boy, that would be weird. Alright, so I got one more here to go. Alright, so we've talked about, I think I've drawn cows, chickens, potatoes, goats, roosters. One animal that I don't think I've drawn at all tonight is the pig. And I got to include a pig. I have to do a pig. So that's what I'm going to do right here. Going to draw a pig who's hanging out at the beach. Here. gonna actually start with him running towards the water. He's about to do a big cannonball. It's his signature move. But then he realizes he needs to put on sunscreen because, you know, it's hot outside. The sun's out. There's no clouds. Even if there were clouds, he's still going to put on sunscreen if it's a certain temperature at a certain time of the day. So I learned today when I was doing my research that pigs use mud to prevent them getting sunburnt. So I'm going to have this pig using mud as sunscreen. But it's going to be like a typical sunscreen bottle, just with mud inside of it. Time to do my signature cannonball. Fergal. Fergal, I can always rely on you to provide some hilarious commentary. Thank you. I was afraid of that. Looks like my pencil's out of lead. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Muddy Magic Sunscreen. Waterproof. We swear. If they had to put "we swear" in there, that maybe gives the impression that something might be off. So, Pig puts on sunscreen, so now he's totally covered in mud. Like, you know, like a typical pig. Alright. So now's the moment for him to make his big cannonball. Alright. Alright, so the punchline is that he jumps into the lake with all this mud on him, and then as soon as he lands, all the mud just comes off in the water. So, waterproof? Obviously not. Now he's gotta get out of the water and put all that mud back on once again, or actually probably get some better sunscreen. Either way, not the best finish to his big display. Just kind of a whoops. Alright. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Initial it, date it. And I'll go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Oh, now you move this aside so the logo's not blocking the picture. And that is gonna do it for this week of Draw Something. Thanks so much to everyone who stuck around. I'm gonna do my end of show recap where I show all the drawings I did tonight, and then I'm gonna go ahead and find a raid target and raid out. So let me go ahead and go back to the close-up view here. Alright, so the drawing I started with tonight is, what starts out as kind of a darkly comic drawing. This hen lays 3 eggs. Yes, Elise, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out. So this hen lays 3 eggs, and 2 of them hatch and are, chicks. The third one hatches to reveal a raw egg, which is just a yolk and an egg white. So the chicks kind of look at their brother, kind of processing what's happened, and then we cut to a short time later where they're just treating their brother like their brother. Like, they don't treat him any differently because he looks significantly different than them. They go dancing, they play board games together, they help celebrate his birthday. It's just taking a darkly comic start and turning into a nice, wholesome ode to brotherhood. Next up, for Steven's Corner, he requested I draw a bale of something other than hay, so I decided to draw a bale of fried cheek potatoes. Potatoes with fried cheeks. It's a part of a running joke I have about fried potato cheeks. So it's me delivering with a big crane a bale of fried cheek potatoes to Steven's Corner at Steven's Corner. Alright, next up I got a goat basically taking over the mantle for the rooster on the farm, who isn't feeling up to snuff, so the goat decides to step in and do his job for him. So just as the sun is coming up, the goat pops his horns off and then, you know, yells into his horns, "Bah!" And that probably wakes up not only everyone on the farm, but everyone within a 50-mile radius. So he did the rooster proud on this one. Good job, goat. Alright, next up, Fergal F. Ferguson on Twitch requested a chickens in space. So I drew a fleet of chickens in a spaceship shaped like jumbo chicken buckets. They're firing eggs at the enemy spaceship, which is shaped like a steak and is piloted by a cow. And he's firing out milk carton bombs that'll, like I suggested earlier, are like milk laced with nitroglycerin, so if they come into contact with anything, they're just gonna blow up with a tremendous force. So yeah, pretty intense battle here. I wonder who will win. Alright, speaking of continuing with the cow theme, we got different types of cows that produce different kinds of milk. We got a chocolate cow, a strawberry cow, a coconut cow, an almond cow, and a soy cow. So, you know, chocolate milk, strawberry milk, almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk. And you can see how the coconut cow is still stuck to the palm tree that he grew on, and he really needs to just go off on his own, because that palm tree looks like he's really struggling to hold his weight. I'll even draw some sweat here to really make that clear. And then finally, I have the pig about to do a cannonball that he puts on his Muddy Magic sunscreen. And does his cannonball, sploosh! And all the mud just comes right off. Oops. Alright, so that is it for this week of Draw Something. I will be back this Friday with retro gaming. I'll just do this plug one more time. I'll be playing Kirby's Adventure for the NES this Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific here on Twitch. Should be a good time. Hope to see you there. And let's see who I can raid. Let's see, H.R. Johnson's live, CW guitar. I'm gonna go ahead and raid Brooklyn Kaiju. He's raided me once or twice, and he's a pretty cool artist here on Twitch. So, see you guys later. I will warn you, it is for mature audiences. Actually, you know what? No, hold on a second. I just noticed one of my friends here on Twitch, VDJ Wonka, is live with 2 viewers. I'm going to go ahead and give him a nice solid raid. Yeah, he does a really great music set. I know it's weird going from an art stream to a music stream, but he does a really great music set, so please stick around for just a few minutes, if nothing else. But I recommend giving him a follow, because he does a really great set. So I think without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and raid out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night and a great rest of your week. Take care.